All right. So I think it's pretty obvious how the railroad destroys the lives of Native peoples with the decimation of the bison. And then we also have on there the ways in which Chinese laborers were exploited through the construction of the railroad. But the third point that's on there, I think it might be helpful if I just kind of talk it over with you a little bit. The railroad is going to affect everyone's life. In fact, it's still affecting your life with the standardization of time. It was the railroads that came up with this idea to standardize time because it would make it easier to run the schedule. So that's why we have 4 time zones. So when I look at the clock right now and it's 1:50 in here, I can know that it's 3 hours ahead in New York, just like that. That's because of the railroad. But check out the octopus that you have on your outline. This is an excerpt from a much larger book that looked at the railroad as this octopus is like has all these tentacles that are out and like strangling us. And there's actually a political cartoon on your PowerPoint that depicts the railroad as an octopus. So if you read over this excerpt you have here, and I'm looking at it on the computer while I'm talking to you, there's a farmer. His name's Dyke. He's shown up to the railroad station and he's going to ship his goods. And he kind of jokes with them like, oh, how about I bring some other farmers in and you'll give me a cheaper price. And he says here, suppose I go into some sort of pool, you could give me a special rate, say 1.50 cents. And the railroad guy looks at me and says, 4.50 cents. Maybe I'll talk business to you. And then the farmer says, well, I don't understand. The rate's 2 cents to ship. And then when they talk a little bit more, the railroad guy says, oh, no, it's not 2 cents, it's 4 cents. And the farmer says, but you told me it was 2 cents. And now you're telling me it's 4 cents? You can't just do that. And the railroad guy's like, kind of like, well, I did, you know. And then so they have this, what do you mean? How can you do this? You promised me this rate. Calls in another higher up, let me speak to your manager kind of thing. And again says, how can you do this? This ruins me. Do you not understand? I won't make 50 cents. This ruins me. He says, the farmer, and this is the famous excerpt from this book, he says, the farmer says, what's your rule? What will people do next? What are you guided by? And then the main railroad guy looks at him. It says he emphasized each word as his reply with a tap of one forefinger on the counter before him. All traffic will bear. And that's the famous expression from this book. And what he meant by that is, we're the railroad. We can do what we want. You all just have to fall in line. And then if you read the rest of the excerpt there, the farmer realizes that he's done, that he's lost everything. He's lost his home, he's lost his farm, he's lost everything, and he'll be penniless, and he'll be without a home, it says, and all because of the railroad. And so I wanted to take a few moments just to explain this passage to you, because in the next lecture we'll talk about the populist and the organization of the populist is going to come because of exchanges like this with the railroad. All right, if you have any questions, you can put those in the discussion module. Take care.